This video is a little bit later than anticipated, and it's the A-frame cabin 21338, which was released in February 2023 and retired in December 2024. The price was 160 quid or $180. The set I've ordered from AliExpress for £42, which would be $57, and that was including postage and packaging. I ordered it in January 2025 and it arrived a couple of weeks later, which is fairly normal. So I ordered it from AliExpress because for me it's affordable, and in all fairness wasn't too sure whether £160 was actually worth it. There's 53 bags to the set, labelled from 1 to 15, and the bags are correct to the set, unlike a couple of sets I've ordered where I had to open all of the bags to build a set. So that's a first. So the voting's over, and again I had 2 votes. A big thank you to those who voted, and what was voted was the Medieval Magician. So in a couple of weeks time we're going to bring that in. So here's where we left off from the last video. Last edition was the campsite, and from this view it looks very bare. But I am going to start raising it at the back near the stream, which you can't see in this view. And I think the minifigure is slightly upset because he's facing away as he's all alone. It arrived in a jiffy bag, as with quite a few sets, and opened it and took the bag out, which contained all the pieces and the instruction booklet. The instruction booklet looks a little bit grubby in this video, but actually looks fine, and slightly differs from the Lego version, as there's only one booklet here. And the Lego version has 2 booklets with a lot more detail. And on the back page it shows the cabin being built with and without the trees next to it. Looking inside the instructions, the images are a little smaller than the Lego booklet, but has the same steps. Back to the bag. I've been really looking forward to this for a while now. In these sets you find the minifigures really are disassembled. The arms and legs are all detached, even the hands. Here's the minifigures made up, and there was only one hand which felt a little bit stiff. Not overly stiff, but just a little bit stiff. And they do differ from the Lego ones. Unfortunately, the hair pieces make them look as though they're from the 70s. Here I've compared them to the originals. They have slightly different prints, and the faces and the hair pieces, well, they look different. I could go out and get the original heads and hair pieces, but realistically I'm going to leave them as they are. And by themselves again, from the back, they don't look too bad. Ish. I can't say that I'm not happy with the minifigures. They are a little bit different. It's just nice having a few more in the forest area. Yeah, back to the campsite. Minifigure with his arms raised, with the expression, when am I going to see other people? So I thought in the minifigures. Minifigure looks overjoyed, and the new lot are probably thinking, who's this weirdo running towards us? So here's the minifigures back at the camp, enjoy themselves with a little bit of food, talking around the picnic area, probably discussing how to build the cabin. So here they are, started to build the cabin. Well, I think some of them started early, having a couple of drinks, watching on. Here we got some of the house built, and they're having a bit of a party. We've got a DJ and a couple dancing away, and it looks like somebody's found a bowl. The doormat has a different print to the Lego version. The Lego version is on a red tile and says Lego. And here we also have the stairs all made up and part of the thermostats. Kitchen area is nearly done, but we'll get to that in more detail soon. And here they are all relaxing after a hard day. So here's the cabin, all built. It's all looking very good, with no problems with the build. The trees have an autumnal feel. Just above the door and windows, there's a printed tile with a wood grain effect and a birdhouse on the front. The set's got 3 butterflies, one on the house, one on the tree and one on the porch. Just underneath the steps there's a frog. There's a little squirrel near the steps with a couple of mushrooms and a bucket. The wood hut has a couple of logs inside, all with printed tiles. It's actually a relief to see no stickers. All of the tiles in this set have printed pieces. And another autumnal tree, and it could be with an evergreen tree. The trees are a little bit different. I'm unsure whether the trees would fit into the scene that I'm making. I'm not saying they're too big, but it could be just the wrong colours at the moment. I might change the ones that look autumny and make them green as well. Don't know yet. It's good to see that the canoe has somewhere to fit in, and also stored upside down. Just underneath the canoe is a crate holding a couple of life jackets and a water bottle. And here we got a couple of barrels, one with the oars and the other with an axe and a pole. It's also nice to see a lantern there as well, where the figures might use it to and from the cabin. Also looks as though we've got a resident otter in the scene as well. So from the top down, in the attic there's a spider. Well, who doesn't have a spider in the attic? And the bed and the bed frame look really good. There's just so many little details. Binoculars on the bed, camera sitting on the floor next to one of the sets of sand green drawers either side of the bed, and the two lamps above the bed is a thoughtful idea. Not forgetting the picture on the wall, and a random cup on the floor. I'm unsure whether that's supposed to be a tree house, maybe small Lego tree house with little bits sitting around it on the floor, and the books on the shelf look like they're being held up by a small figure. And on the floor there's a map. I think the map might be for the squirrels where they hide the nuts, as there's one nut hidden next to the cup on the floor just poking out from under the bed. So as we move downstairs, the sink looks good with a mixer tap in the kitchen area with a few cupboards, a milk carton and a couple of frying pans. On the other side there's a typewriter with a blank page sitting at the back, and next to it there's a teapot and a cup. The tile on the floor appears in another 3 sets, which is the donut thief and a chest of drawers with a desk lamp on top. Throughout the set there's a few differences. I think the birds in this set are a little bit bigger than the original birds, and the light orange crate sitting next to the armchair is taller in this set. The gap at the top of the cabin, which is quite fixable, probably stick some hinges on there to hold them together. It's not a problem with the set I have, but a problem with the build. Some of the Lego cabins have the same problem. There's quite a lot to this. There's just so many details to it, which I wasn't expecting. So I've placed it where I think it's going to go at the moment. It might go a little bit further back, just stick some more bigger trees, but I don't know whether I'm going to keep the trees that are with it. Totally unsure about that at the moment. And I'm going to leave it roughly at the same kind of angle as it is. But yeah, it's all coming together. So next time, we've got the Exmork Medieval Blacksmith, another set that I've been looking forward to building. And we had 2 votes for the Exmork Medieval Magician set. That will be coming after the Blacksmith. At the moment I'm thinking of pausing the votes because there's some really nice sets that I'd like to get in. I'd like to get in the other A-frame cabin, maybe like close up to the one that's already in the set. I like the treehouse as well. And there's another Exmork Medieval Tavern to go with the Medieval Magician and the Medieval Blacksmith. On top of that, I'd like to raise round the back of the area, maybe get a few rocks in as well. So we'll see you next time.
Like and subscribe.